Well, the borders have opened and flights have resumed, but some South Africans are being grounded by delays in visa processing. It's reported that appointments for interviews at the United States consulate are not available before early next year. Now, for more on this, we're now joined by Sonwabile Henama from the Central University of Technology in Bloemfontein. Sonwabile, thank you for your time and good morning to you. What really is happening? And I think this is important for anyone who's not aware that there are some delays that could affect international travel.
Yes, there are visa delays because COVID affected a lot of these embassies. So the American consulate is suffering because of lack of staff to process visas. Because you must always understand, Tumela, that sometimes it usually takes you like 2 months. If you're going to travel to the USA, you must actually plan your trip 6 months ahead of time to get an appointment, to go for the interview, produce all your necessary documentation just to assist you. So I'm just saying America is obviously a destination everybody wants to visit. So there's a lot of demand, but unfortunately COVID has impacted on them.
What about those perhaps who may have, I don't know, lost their passports and already have the visa to the United States? They just need to almost replace their passports, more of like admin, not necessarily starting from scratch with that process. Will they too be equally affected at the, the extent with which you're explaining as if you're a first-time applicant?
They will be affected. One thing we must always do, Tumela, is that we must always have a soft copy electronically of our passport, so that in case that we lose it, we're able to just make it easier by submit to the visa authority or to the consulate to say that I've lost this visa, here are my credentials, because there's a lot of visa fraud. So countries obviously become very, very suspicious when you lose your travel documents, and must always keep your travel documents very, very safe.
Yeah. So what does it mean for planning for, travelers, South Africans particularly? What would you advise they do at this point?
What I advise them is that obviously some have got family there, so it becomes difficult. But for South African tourism, it's great because the tourists are not leaving the country, so the expenditure would be in this country. I think Europe would be a big beneficiary of all of this because European countries obviously want tourists. I mean, the city of Paris is the most visited city in the whole world. So it might benefit from all of these visa delays. But other people out there doing that, in order to get an American visa, they are going to Botswana, they are going to Namibia and go to Lesotho just to arrange appointments in those countries to go to the USA. But this loss is obviously affecting the USA. I think I'll remind you, Jimena, that remember when Donald Trump was made president, he signed an order that people from the following Muslim countries must not come to the USA. That obviously benefits destinations in South Africa. So it is in the disadvantage of the American public and American economy if tourists are not arriving in that country, because it is a great country to visit, but it might be of benefit to us,
Yeah, it might be a benefit to us, of course, to have some travel into South Africa. But also while we're speaking about tourism, Sonwabile, I mean, I've been reading a lot about some of the administrative and logistical nightmare and chaos that travelers have been going through, just in terms of delayed tickets, issuing of tickets, loss of, bags and luggage. What's been going on in terms of travel? I suppose that could turn off a traveler to say, does the aviation industry have its ducks in a row, just in terms of feeling safe, making sure that your luggage is secure, knowing that administratively your tickets, etc., will come through timelessly?
The tourism industry lost a lot of experienced staff because of COVID. So there was a skills issue, a skills gap, because a lot of people left the industry. So these are new people coming in who might not have the institutional memory within the airports and all of those things.
Right.
So unfortunately, this is a problem everywhere. So unfortunately, we have to just be patient as the people obviously develop more skills.
All right. Well, of course, I appreciate you speaking to us about this and making sure that we are aware that it is happening. There are visa delays that could frustrate, some travelers, and due, of course, to COVID-19 and the pandemic and loss of skills, amongst other issues. But thank you so much to Sonwabile Henama for joining me from the Central University of Technology out in Free State.